So I am so excited to be heading to Italy in just under a week's time, getting me out of this winter weather. So this year it's going to be a totally different experience for me because obviously I'm pregnant and I'm traveling with Aston as well, and we've never been this far away on a plane. The furthest he's ever gone is to Perth for 4 hours. So I need to be organized this year, as I'm never normally organized in the past, but it's actually quite difficult to pack for a European summer when you're pregnant, when it's winter in Melbourne. So let's get packing. Okay, so I have been thinking about what to take on the plane for Aston for actually quite a few weeks now. It's the most organized I've been in a long time. So I've heard so many great things about these little trunky suitcases from a few girlfriends that have children that they've traveled with for many years, and they're so cool. Like, he's obsessed with it. You can sit on it and you can sort of roll him around on it, and he can sort of roll himself around. So on the day of traveling, we're going to pack all his favorite things. I've obviously got his Thomas train stations, also T-Rex, because they're little things that he loves. And then I'm going to find little goodies as well that I'm going to wrap up. So particularly these Poppy books, they're musical sound books, and he's absolutely obsessed with them. When we went to Perth a few months ago, it just entertained him the whole time. I know he's a little bit older now, so hopefully it still works. So I'm going to wrap these up, and then stickers are also such a great idea to keep him really entertained the whole trip. So I've made sure to get stickers in little characters that I know he loves. So the safari, pets, fish, and also the alphabet, because he's loving to learn the alphabet these days as well. So I think it's just important to sort of really bring along as much as you can, because I think you don't want to be stuck on the plane with not enough stuff to entertain him with. And then the other saving grace, which will be so incredible, is the iPad. So I've already downloaded all his favorite movies onto this. So we've got Mickey Mouse and Thomas the Tank Engine, Paw Patrol. Don't we, Aston? Is Paw Patrol on this when we go to Italy? That's exciting. So now Jim's taken Aston for a little nap because it's 12:30, it's his nap time. So I just wanted to also chat to you about the clothes that I'm going to bring on the plane as well for Aston. He's absolutely obsessed with his Geelong Cats pajamas, so I'm definitely going to be bringing those for him to sleep with, and also his Thomas the Tank Engine pillow. I think it's just really important to think about those little things that they love at home and they love to sleep with, and I think it's going to be such an easier transition to get him to sleep on the plane. Also his comforter, which he still absolutely adores. He can't ever sleep without his comforter. So I'll be bringing those, and obviously a few change of clothes for him as well, so he feels comfortable throughout the trip. So now with packing my essentials for the flight, I think it's very different when you're on a long haul flight with a toddler. I normally always bring my laptop because I love to catch up on all my emails while I'm on the flight, and then once I hit Wi-Fi, they all send. So it's just a great way to sort of do that in peace once everyone's sleeping on the plane, because I find it so difficult to sleep on flights. I'm not sure how much I'll get through with using my laptop with Aston there, because I'm not sure if he'll sleep that well either, but hopefully I can do a little bit of that. I always make sure I've got my favorite podcast downloaded onto my iPhone. I am so obsessed with so many podcasts at the moment. I think there's so many people out there doing some really great things. So I'll make sure that I've got a really good list of those ones as well that I've got downloaded. And then just other essentials as well. I think beauty is something that I'm really trying to look after my skin on this flight, as I've got so many girlfriends that have been flight attendants in the past, and it just dries out your skin incredibly. And particularly being pregnant, I'm finding that I'm having so many issues with my skin this pregnancy. I actually just put something on Instagram because I've got all this dry patchy skin under my eyes and under my eyebrows, and it's itchy all over, and I really shouldn't even be wearing makeup today. So I think I'm going to try to wash my face as soon as possible once I get onto the flight, and then really dose it up with a lot of moisture, because we all know how easily moisture can be zapped out of your skin on flights. I would love to say also that I'm going to sit there with one of those beautiful face masks on and do all of that with the serums, but the reality is I think it's so much easier to say you're going to do that, but then when you've got kids and the rest of it, it's really difficult. So I love to use this SK2 product here, which is the facial treatment essence, and you've probably heard me talk about this one in the past, and I'm not being paid by them to talk about it here at all, but it's just such a beautiful product that's really hydrating. So I'll pop this one on my skin after I wash it. But I also wanted to share with you as well this product with Clinique, which is the Moisture Surge Overnight Mask. And this is a really great one because it's so nourishing and moisturizing on your skin, but you don't have to wipe it off. So you can just pop this on, even if you're someone that's going to be like me and you don't have a lot of time on the flight. You can just wipe your face, even if it's with a makeup wipe, some cleansing water, wipe off your makeup and then pop this on, and it's just going to make your skin feel so beautiful. And then when you sort of get off the flight, at least you're not going to have dry, flaky skin. So I think that's the number one essential for me. And then the other thing that I really tend to do on flights these days is also put some sunscreen on my face, because it's crazy. Up in the air, there's actually a lot of UV that your face actually gets exposed to, which you wouldn't realize. So this is one of my favorite products in the whole wide world. It's the IT Cosmetics CC Plus 50 SPF CC Cream, and this one always sells out. I can't believe they had it available at Sephora. So this is such a great product and really lightweight as well. So it's just got all these beautiful hydrating products and ingredients as well that's really going to do wonders for your skin. So pre-traveling, I'm one of those people that believes you should try to do as much as possible beauty-wise, because when I'm going to somewhere like Italy, I don't want to be there spending half an hour on my face doing my makeup. So I always make sure to get my eyebrows tinted and waxed before I go, because I don't want to be sitting there filling in my brows, always getting my nails done. So I like going for shellac on my toenails and nails. I just go for a really sort of neutral tone. Let me know if you want to see the color of this one as well, as I can pop it in below. But I just love this color because I think it's going to suit with most of the tones that I like to wear. If you're a girl that loves to get a spray tan before a trip, I really recommend getting that a day before you leave as well, because then at least you know you've got your beautiful glowing skin. For me personally, I was really lacking vitamin D my last pregnancy, so I'm going to try to get a little dose of vitamin D when I'm over there, so I'm not going to bother with a spray tan. Not too much sun though, just a little bit, but I think it'll really help me with my vitamin D. And then also eyelashes. So I've got really fair, straight lashes, which is my sort of number one pet hate. So I'm gonna also go over the next few days and get them tinted and curled as well professionally. So at least then I can go into the water and not worry about popping mascara on or curling my lashes as well. I think with hair care first, I like to use my Kevin Murphy shampoo and conditioner, because whenever I use shampoo and conditioner that's a different brand, I just find that my hair just goes really crazy. So I like to go to, you can go to Chemist Warehouse, even IKEA, and buy those little mini different disposable sort of like containers, and I empty it into that, because I find that they're really heavy, your shampoo and conditioner, so that saves a lot of weight. And then the next thing as well is I just use this one product from 11, which I know it's quite large and does take up a little bit of space, but it's such an incredible texture spray. And this is just great to use when you come straight out of the water. You can spray it into your hair and it gives your hair that beautiful texture. This is my number one styling product that I always use as well. So for those nights that we do have a little bit more going on, I use this around the roots on wet hair and blow wave it as well to give me some great volume. So that's all I'll take with the hair care, that and my shampoo and conditioner, and it'll get me through. A lot of you sort of ask me as well, do I bring hair dryers, straighteners, curlers on a trip? And I wish I could say I don't bring any of them at all, but I can't go anywhere without my curling tong. So I do bring my curling tong. The one item I do bring, which is this one here, it's a GHD curling tong. And I don't bring the hair dryer or the hair straightener because, or I don't use a hair straightener, so that could be the reason why. But with the hair dryer, I find that you can get by with any of the hair dryers that they have at the hotels. But I think the key thing is to have a great brush, because I think when you've got your brush that you usually use, then you can create that volume to get your hair looking great. So they're my two products with the hair styling that I always bring. And then now working on with skincare. So I do have a pretty in-depth skincare regime. I love using a mix of Paula's Choice, Ole Henriksen, SK2. I've chatted about all these brands in the past. But when you're on a trip, I think that you don't want to be bringing a whole load of items, because half the time when you're in that relaxed mode, you really just don't even do the same things that you normally do at home. So one of the key products I'm going to bring is this Resist Super Antioxidant Serum from Paula's Choice, because this one is just such an incredible product for me. It's a real all-rounder. I mix this in with some other serums at home usually, but for the trip I won't be bringing any of those other serums, and I'll just bring this one. And I'll also bring my moisturizer as well from Paula's Choice, which is the Skin Recovery Moisturizer. And these two will just get me through the whole trip, particularly as my skin's been quite dry at the moment. This is a really great product because it's not irritating, it's got no parabens, so it's really great. Always bring a cleanser as well. That's one thing that I can't go on a holiday without. And once again, the Paula's Choice Skin Balancing Cleanser. Once again, they're not paying me to do any of this. I've been using Paula's Choice for about 8 years, so it's just a brand that I think doesn't irritate my skin, and it's got incredible active ingredients as well. And all the products that I'm mentioning here as well, you can use when you're pregnant, which is obviously a really big focus for me at the moment. And then other than that, I also like to bring a self-tan tanner as well, because I do have a lot of different events on this trip, because it's actually one of my best friend's wedding in Positano, and that's the real reason for the trip. So I am going to a few more different events and different things that I wouldn't normally do on a usual family holiday. So the tan that I love to use is the Spray Oz Self Tan Mousse, and I love this one because it's a really beautiful color that you can build up. It doesn't smell. It's perfectly good to use when you're pregnant as well, because it's organic, it's got no parabens. So it's my favorite product. And then I also love the Spray Oz Tan Mist as well, which this one goes on the face. And this is just a super nourishing product, which has lots of coconut oil and coconut smell to it. So it's really beautiful. And this is a really light color as well. So you can spray this on your face, and it's sort of a gradual tan as well, which is really fantastic. So now with my actual makeup products, I'm going to try to keep this really tight. Most of you are probably going to look at this and think, that's a lot of products, but for me, this is super tight. So really what I'll be using a lot is the Cc Cream, which I mentioned already, because this is just such a savior for me. And when I'm on holidays, I really like my skin to breathe. So I'll just be using this because SPF is the #1 important factor for me, particularly on my face. I never ever let the sun see my face at all. So this is going to be the product that I'll be wearing day in and day out. But for those evenings, because I do have quite a few events happening as well during this trip, I'm going to bring 2 foundations. So this is the Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation, which is more of a heavier foundation, really mattifying as well. It's a great foundation that I've spoken about a bit lately, and then the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk as well, which I love, and these two are really great to be worked in together. So then that's sort of my base covered. Also a concealer. I love this by Terry concealer. Won't be wearing much of this, but as I said, if I've got sort of a key event, I want to have a backup for those nights that I might not be sleeping very well, because I do get a little bit of jet lag, so this will be a little savior. I've got my foundation brush, which is essential. And then for the eyes, all I'm going to be taking are these 2 palettes. So this is the Anastasia Contour Kit Medium to Dark, medium to tan, I should say. And I use this one all the time. I always chat about this one when anyone ever asks me what I've got on my eyes. And this is just such a great base of colors. It's actually just really a bronzing kit. So you could just use this one as your bronzer as well, but I think it works really beautifully on the eyes. And then I've got the Urban Decay little naked pack as well of eyeshadows. And this has beautiful tones, which are a little bit more deeper than the tones that I use there. And I'll be able to smoke out my eyes with focusing on more of those colors. And then with the brushes, it's just really these 2 that I'll use. This is more of your big blending brush, and this is obviously the brush that you can go under there and smudge it out, so you can have that really smoky look for the night. Eyebrows. I know I said I'm getting my eyebrows tinted, so hopefully I won't need to use much of this, but this is a really great product. It's the Benefit number 3, and it's got this sort of beautiful brush there, which you can brush the brows up, and then that's for a little bit of color. And then I've got my eyelash curler as well. Mascara, I'm loving this Benefit Bad Girl Bang Mascara at the moment. It's incredible. And I'm not even sure if it's waterproof, but I feel like it is because it's a little bit more difficult to get off in the shower, so I'm loving this one. So I've had so many times in the past where I've had disasters where product has just gone through my whole makeup bag. If it's just product or if it's beauty products as well, it's been a bit of a disaster. So my little trick is that I get a little bit of masking tape, and even if the lid looks like it's closed down, I always make sure to tape it over because that just stops any of that happening. And I do like to pop everything in these Ziploc bags. You can just get them from the supermarket. It's just a little savior, and it helps you just keep everything really neat as well. IKEA have a thicker version of this as well, which you can reuse all the time. So because I'm pregnant, being comfortable is definitely one of the key things that I'm going to be focusing on throughout the trip. But I am one of those people as well that loves to get dressed up when I'm on holidays, particularly in Italy. We're going to Tuscany, we're going to Positano, we're going to Sardinia. So I definitely want to dress up in those different areas. In Positano, I've got the wedding and all different functions around that. So you're going to probably notice that I'm going to pack things that are a little bit more dressier, but the items that I've chosen all have a little bit of stretch to them. I've got a real focus on silk dresses, wrap dresses, a lot of rouging as well, so it's really comfortable around my bump, which is definitely key for me. Normally I would live in my denim cutoffs and little tops, but denim shorts are really uncomfortable for me at the moment. I've got a few pairs that I'm going to show you in a second, which are great. Country Road have a really great pair that have got a little bit of stretch to them, which I think are really great to utilize. But apart from that, I sort of can't wear the clothes that I normally like to wear. So I just thought I'd mention that if you're looking at this and thinking, oh, there's a lot of dressy dresses there. But firstly, I just want to chat about being on the plane. So I'm going to be wearing either one of the 2XU pregnancy pants. So looking at these things, they don't look too glamorous, but they are so comfortable. So they've got this stretches all over the bump, and then there's a lot of support there at the back for your sort of pelvic area and back area. So these are super comfortable, and I think they sort of look half dressy as well. So wearing these with sneakers and then a big, denim jacket over the top with a tee is sort of something that I'm going to focus on. And then also the SRC pregnancy pants as well. So these are something that don't look that attractive off, but they're so comfortable. They help you if you've got a lot of pelvic pain like I'm experiencing this pregnancy. So they're going to be the 2 pants I'm going to be wearing when I'm traveling because they're super comfortable. I'll probably wear a tee like this one. I love also my Gucci tees, Givenchy, Seed, but doesn't need to be a brand name either. So obviously this is Assembly. I think this one's about $40. I picked it up from Super Glue. So just really any simple white tee I think looks really great. And then I'll probably be wearing a denim jacket like this one because I do get quite hot on the plane, but then I want something to sort of cover me up as well when it gets a little bit cooler. So these are the denim brands that I was mentioning. I love Levi's. I've been living in them this pregnancy. Also No Body Denim and Country Road. These are great because they've got a little bit of elastin in them. So they're super comfortable around the bump. And then I just go up a size in my denim as well. And I like my shorts to be oversized anyway. So that's why these No Body Denim shorts are perfect as well. So with shoes as well, in the past, I've always gone overboard packing all these heavy heels, and I honestly don't live in any of them. I think it's key to have a pair of white sneakers that look really great with wrap dresses and also look great with denim. Have a pair of sandals in either black or tan as well, and then have a pair of mules. Go for something that's got a bit of a chunky heel in it, because where I'm going to in Italy, I think there will be some of those dinners and different events that we want to have a little bit more glam to it, but you're definitely not going to be wearing anything with a stiletto point. So keep it down to 3 to 4 shoes. So with all my items of clothing, I do love wearing white, as you probably know. So all white is just one of my favorite looks. I think it's something that's going to look really clean and crisp on holidays as well. I've got a lot of tees that I'll mix and match with denim. And then with the white, I love when you're pregnant going for this sort of look. So it's obviously the longer lined sleeveless jacket, but this is something that's really great because it covers those parts of your body that you don't want to show, but then wearing a little tight dress underneath, it really shows off your bump, which is key. And then also really thinking about items that you're going to live in every single day, because when you're by the pool or by the beach, you just want those beautiful little items that are going to cover your body. Skin and threads, this is a really cute little piece. And also this white cotton piece is from Binny, and it's just really cute and easy. That's just, you don't want anything that's going to constrict you too much on holidays. And then with all my other items, as I mentioned before, it's all about silk dresses, a lot of green and red. My rack looks a little bit Christmassy at the moment, but that's okay. But yeah, I love green and red at the moment. I think the brands that I'm really looking for to inspiration is sort of Silk Laundry, have lots of great dresses. This is a really great dress which works in really well with my bump and is super comfortable. And this is great because you can wear this one with sneakers, with flats, so it's not dressy at all, but then you can obviously dress it up as well, which is key. Faithful have amazing wrap dresses. I love all of their items. And that's what I found quite difficult as well. You go into stores, but everything is obviously winter, autumn fashion. So I think looking at brands, you know, like Faithful and Silk Laundry, even Zimmermann, they really cater for the summer months and people going on those European holidays. So this is just a really cute wrap dress as well. This is one from the brand with Jean. I've got a few of their dresses for the trip, really comfortable. And then Alexis as well. So I love this off the shoulder dress. I tried it on before and it just fits with my bump perfectly and feels super comfortable as well. And then bag wise, I'll probably be using my Louis Vuitton baby bag on most of the day trips with Aston, because that's just going to be the one bag that fits everything. It's obviously foolproof. It doesn't have, you can put any liquid in it and it's fine. It just wipes off. But then on those occasions where I've got a few of those other events, I love this little bag that I got from Shopbop. It's by the designer Eula Johnson, and they've got some really beautiful straw bags. It's all about the bucket bag this season, so I love this one. And you can just wrap anything on that. This is just a Zara scarf that I picked up a few years ago. I've got a few other little items there which you could work to different colors in for your outfits. And then I think just one bag as well. So I love this Chanel bag. It's just very simple. It's going to work in with a lot of my outfits at night, which is key. So basically when I'm packing my wardrobe, it's really key to have so many items that you can mix and match together. I think that's the main thing. Make sure that all your dresses work with the shoes you've got. You've got lots of tees that can mix and match with different skirts and different denim, because that's the thing, you don't want to get bored with your looks when you're away, but you know that you're pretty much going to live in the same things again and again as well. I think accessorizing is really key. So I've got some earrings by Kitty. Also Lyndon Cook has some great hoop earrings, and that can really change up your look, along with lipstick. I love a real orange red when you're on holidays. Maybe it's a bright sort of ruby tone. Those little things can actually change up your look really effortlessly and easily, and that's really what I try to incorporate when I'm on holidays. And then also finding items for little ones when you're going on a European holiday and it's winter in Melbourne. I did find that a little bit difficult, but I love the brand Goldie and Ace. They have all these beautiful little simple tees in black and white, which are really cool, and you can find them now, which is really great. They've got these beautiful linen shorts, which I think will look so cute on Aston, and also this little onesie look as well. Another great brand you can look at is Zara. We all know about Zara, but they have got so many cute little summer pieces already in store. So I just thought I'd mention that, as I did struggle a little bit going into the usual retailers that I like to go into, and they just didn't have any summer gear available. So this is a little Zara shirt as well, a little Hawaiian look. Not sure if he'll like it, but he'll have to wear it. So I am so glad that I've packed a week out with a toddler and my bump, because at least I can feel really organized this year going into the trip, and I know that I won't forget anything. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But I hope you've enjoyed this video, and please let me know if you've got any questions at all. Just pop it in the comment section below. Thanks, guys.